Alex, I did the stupidest thing imaginable last week and thought I was a little hot. Added a pick like an hour before the Sunday night game and ended up going 2-3 because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers couldn't do anything against the Saints.
It's tough. You would have liked to see a little bit more contribution from TB12 and his boys. I had a 2-4 week, which started terribly and then did not get better to the extent I needed it to. I had the under in Thursday Night Football between the 49ers and the Packers, and somehow there were 17 points scored in what felt like 20 seconds at the end of that game for a rough beat. So I was 2-4 on the week. I am 22, 27-1 on the season. That's why I think we need to go 5-0 this week and get back to 500 so we can get into the profit-making territory next week.
Of course. I'm 27-26 on the season. Let's get it kicked off the right way this week. Let's get this bread. Alex, both of us are on the Seahawks and Rams game. I'm taking the Seahawks money line plus 105. I don't need anything here that has the Seahawks with points or whatever. I don't care. I need the Seahawks to win this game. That's all I need them to do, and I think they can.
I think they can as well. I have the under in this game, under 55.5. The Rams have a very good pass defense with your old friend Jalen Ramsey, of course, but I just do not think that there is any shutting down of Russ Wilson and DK Metcalf. I do think that there is slowing down of that duo and Seattle's other passing game weapons. I think that this Rams team can do that. On the other hand, the Seahawks defense, known for being very bad, but their problems are primarily against the pass. So it's a good thing for the under that they're playing Jared Goff, who I would not trust to do basically anything.
Carlos Dunlap in the fold though now, right? Just traded for Dunlap.
Yep,
maybe could do some things in the pass rush.
Could do some things. Could do some things in the pass rush. That would be good for the under in this game. So I feel good about it. Elsewhere in that, partially in that same NFC West division, the 49ers at the Saints this week. I have the over in that game. We're doing a totals betting week. The over at 49 for me. The 49ers go slow, and I think that tends to favor unders in their games. But one interesting thing about them, they are 32nd in the NFL, dead last in situation neutral seconds per play. But when they get down by more than a touchdown, they speed up, and suddenly they are the fourth fastest paced offense in the league when they are down more than a touchdown. I think they're going to be down a ways in this game because the Saints are a lot better than them. I think the Saints are going to get a lead, get ahead. And I think that and I've seen this firsthand on the wrong side of a bet just in the last week or two. When the 49ers are down, Kyle Shanahan picks up the pace. He tries to score points. I like my chances of getting some garbage time 49ers points in this game to push me to the over.
Yeah, I think Sunday night was interesting, though. You saw how the Saints sort of got up in an absolutely perfect game script, left some points on the board in that game, by the way, with 2 turnovers. But the Bucs just could not do anything in that game. I think the Saints are firing on a lot of cylinders right now. Scared of the 49ers' ability to score at all. I did not personally take this game, but hey, you live your truth, brother. Browns at Texans. I got the Browns minus 3.5 at 106, negative 106. I like the Browns in this game. The Texans are not a good football team. I've seen both of the Texans wins firsthand against my dearly beloved Jacksonville Jaguars. The Texans do not have any other wins this season. Deshaun Watson is transcendent. They have a really good left tackle situation. Besides that, they're not good. I subscribe to the line of thinking that the Browns, I don't want to say better because you want good players, but the Browns offense is different with Odell Beckham Jr. in a better way, in a good way. Sure. And I think the Browns are really going to start firing here. And I think maybe rip off some wins and challenge for a wild card spot.
It helps to have elite wide receivers, no question. We are both on the Monday night game this week, Vikings at Bears. I am on the under. Again, it's totals week for me. Under at the total of 44.5. 2 teams in the bottom 7 of the NFL in the big pace, in the big pace stats. They like to go slowly. On top of that, I think the defenses are both matchup problems for the offenses. The Vikings are pretty good at stopping the run. The Bears really cannot run the ball. A horrible ground game there. Nick Foles is bad, and the Vikings have been a little bit better in pass defense the last few weeks. If you remember, they got kind of lit up in the first few weeks of the season. Things have improved on that front. So I don't think there will be a lot of points. I feel good about the under at 44.5.
I fired on this game. I do not feel good about this in retrospect, but Bears on the money line. Why not?
Okay.
Dalvin Cook's got like 400 combined rushing yards in the last 2 weeks. Apparently, the Lions didn't expect Dalvin Cook to run the ball, which was an interesting schematic decision. I think the Vikings will, or excuse me, I think the Bears will. And I think the Bears will be able to eke this out because I don't think Nick Foles is going to have to do too much. Now, you're right about the Bears running game, and that's sort of what scares me. I even have David Montgomery in my fantasy team. The Bears offense is tough right now, but I think this game will be a rock fight, and I think the Bears can rise above. Well, I hope.
Sure. Atlanta Falcons terminology. I respect it. Eagles at Giants for me, another total. I have the over 43.5 in this game, though I had to eat some bad juice at minus 121 to take that bet. The Giants suck, certainly. They are pretty good at stopping the run. They're one of the best defenses in the league. The Eagles are not particularly good on the ground. I think the upshot of that is that the Eagles try to win this game through the air. Carson Wentz is bad now, no question, but I think there's going to be enough passing in this game. The Giants are a pretty pass-heavy offense and like to let Daniel Jones sort of air it out. I think that the Giants have an incentive at this point in a lost season to sort of keep throwing the ball and seeing what they have in Daniel Jones. Pass-heavy offenses that I think are going to try to win the game by being pass-heavy. So let's ride with the over. It's a small number at 43.5. I feel like I'm going to get burned because these teams are both so bad on offense. But I just think the game state, the way it's going to go, I'm taking a bet.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ravens and Patriots. Pats are plus 7.5 at home in this game. We've seen this week talk about defenses know what the Ravens are doing on offense, and the Ravens don't have a pass threat to really challenge and force defenses out of what they want to do. I think the Ravens are pretty good, clearly, but I do think they have been limited this season. I do think they are a worse team than they were last season, frankly. I think the Patriots are getting a little bit better. Look, they got in a fight with the Jets on Monday night, and nobody really wants that. Ugly football game. But look, man, Cam's been playing better since he got benched a couple weeks ago. Maybe the Patriots are turning a corner. Maybe they're not. But I do think that they're going to lose this game by a touchdown or less. And that hook, 7 in the hook, God, I love the hook here because of just the math of the game.
Sure. I don't think the Patriots are good, but I respect the process of seeing them getting more than a touchdown, Bill Belichick getting more than a touchdown at home and being cool with it, particularly given that both of these teams run the ball a lot. For me, last pick of the week, I'm going to sneak in a Thursday nighter because people are going to be watching this video all throughout the weekend. So if this game's already happened, don't worry about it. But if you're watching it before, Colts at Titans, I have Colts pick 'em minus 112. The Titans are not entirely healthy. Adam Humphries is out. Corey Davis might not play after the horribly tragic death of his brother, Titus Davis. I think that the Titans passing game is weaker. Very easy to say Tennessee will just control the game on the ground, but I don't think that the Colts are really pushovers in run defense. They're pretty stout up front. The Steelers have a comparable run defense, and they did good work against Derrick Henry a few weeks ago. So I think that the Colts, being a healthier team, are going to be able to throw the ball on Tennessee's defense. Tennessee has some injuries back there as well. And I just think that they are in a better place right now and suited to win a game on the road. So it's right with the Colts. Pick them. You get them on the money line for basically the same juice at this point. And I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, my last game of the week, Bills and Cardinals. Cardinals -1 at minus 122. Excuse me. I don't believe very strongly in the Bills, but I do believe very strongly in the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals. I like what they've done this season, and I think I'm going to take them here. I don't know. I think Josh Allen is still up and down Josh Allen, right? Good in the beginning of the season. Not so good over the last few weeks. Good last week against the Seahawks, right? Up and down. I really like what Vance Joseph and the Cardinals are doing schematically. They're doing some really good blends of personnel. Like they're running like 065 out there. No down linemen on some third and long situations. Say what you will about the Bills, but the Bills did give up a lot of points to the Seahawks last week. The Seahawks helped the Bills out with a ton of turnovers. I love Kyler Murray, both of us, big Kyler Murray fans. And I think Kyler Murray is gonna push me to the win here.
Yeah, the Cardinals are a fun team. I mean, I won a bet with the Dolphins against them last week, but they're fun. They do a lot of things well. And sometimes Kyler can be that magician who brings you to a cover all by himself.
Absolutely. Alex, let's have a good week. I will see you next week after 5-0 when we can buy boats with the money we're going to win this week, eh?
Absolutely. It's yacht season, baby. Let's do it.